Holy crap, welcome back to the Pushing Buttons podcast. I say holy crap because we haven't been around for 2 whole weeks.
It's been so long.
Man, freedom.
I'm going to have to edit the volume of this just down a little bit. But this is a podcast that we talk about our ideas, concepts, opinions, and experiences. Not strictly news, but stuff that you can listen to anytime about video games and it'll always be relevant.
Timeless.
am Kevin.
I am Robert.
And this is Kyle.
If you've been listening to this podcast since we've started or any time between then and now, I've been advertising this as a weekly podcast that talks about video games, but we're reworking a little bit with the podcast. So
Making some changes.
yeah, we realized that with us not knowing what we're talking about until sometimes the day that we're going to talk about it, what's the point in having a weekly show if we don't have anything planned to talk about? Mm-hmm. It's counterproductive to having a podcast, in my opinion. I see why you're laughing there. Nice. So we decided to make it an every other week podcast for the time being.
Bi-weekly.
Just for the foreseeable future.
Fortnightly.
But not about Fortnite, at least.
Oh, man, that sounds horrible.
I'm sure those exist.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But till then, we do still stream on our Twitch channel, which we just hit affiliate status on earlier.
Yeah!
And
thanks, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
We appreciate anybody and everybody who comes out and watches us, even if you don't stick around, if you don't chat, whatever the case is. Thank you for even attempting to enjoy us. We appreciate it. Going forward with the podcast, we are looking for a quality over quantity way of approaching it, because we don't want to waste our time or your time. And this podcast is all about having fun, and when we can plan about what we're talking about, it makes us have more fun, which is in turn more fun to listen to, I think.
And we also want to give you the best of us.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's a good way of taking what I said and putting it in different words. That's fantastic.
You're welcome.
Probably. That's what we like about you. Anyway, this episode is going to be the last episode that we do before our Game of the Year podcast episode. Mm-hmm. I wanted to avoid saying the word episode again because I just said it a lot, like consecutively.
Yeah.
However, this current iteration of the podcast is going to be on games that we've missed out on this year, that we haven't gotten around to play, that we haven't gotten around to buy because other games came out, games that probably could have or may have made our individual games of the year list, but because we didn't play them, we can't add them.
Yeah.
So
sadly,
we get to talk about them here. We do realize that by the time we get to our Game of the Year episode, the Game Awards will have already come and gone by like 2 weeks, because they are 2 days after this goes up. Mm-hmm. So it might not be timely, but like I said a couple episodes ago, that it's different than other Game of the Year awards, because we don't play every game and we have much differing opinions between the three of us. So that'll make our overall conglomeration of Game of the Year list a lot different, I think, than most other people's. So it'd be worth listening to. Give that a check 2 weeks from today.
We are working hard on it.
Yeah, yes. You said hard on.
I did.
Also, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do that on Twitter at PushingButtonsP. All of our individual Twitters are viewable on there, but I'm at ImpulseG66.
Robert is at 2spooky for Robert, with the number 2 and the number 4.
Not the letters. At Monumentus Kyle.
Yeah. And you can give us suggestions on what you want to hear us talk about. What are your games of the year? But we'll talk about that probably in 2 weeks as well. Until then, how have you guys enjoyed your last 2 weeks?
Should I be the pinch hitter here? Top batter?
Go for it.
What's the expression? Pinch clincher?
You could be the butt clincher. Go for it.
I'm fine with that.
That'll work. So I don't think I've talked about this game yet, but I've been streaming a lot of Celeste on stream. Mm-hmm. I have been trying to diversify my Game of the Year options for our Game of the Year episode.
Yeah.
And I feel like Celeste was an easy enough one to kind of jump into and really dive into before the end of the year. And I gotta say, I'm blown away by how awesome that game is.
Is it something that you're going to talk more about in 2 weeks from today?
I am, yes.
Okay.
But I am having a blast playing it on stream.
It's really fun to watch.
Yes.
It really is, yeah.
Right now, I'm halfway through collecting everything in the game. And I'm going to stream more of that this upcoming weekend, which would be the past for you guys.
But you'll probably also be streaming it the following weekend. So.
Yes.
Also, quick aside.
Yes.
Sorry, 2 nights from tonight, we will be streaming our live reactions during the Video Game Awards.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
good point, yes.
Yeah, and you'll have to forgive us if if we sound under the weather, because Kyle and I will be going to a Metallica show the night before.
That's correct.
So-
and Robert will be at
Work.
finishing up work for the day.
I'll be
Yippee!
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
So we're all going to be a little, we're going to be subprime. Let's just,
Subprime.
yes, like below, not subbing with Twitch Prime,
Right.
which you could do at twitch.tv/pushingbuttons, but,
Segue.
but, like suboptimal, like below the Prime.
I think we'll be primal.
Yes. That's probably
Far Cry
accurate.
Primal.
Way to spin it all around.
But please tune into that. It's going to be fantastic. Be sure to keep an eye out for tweets from us. We're going to be tweeting all throughout the show.
If you're going to tweet, you can tweet. My thoughts are going to be on stream.
Well, fine, Kevin.
Are we
mouth.
allowed to stream the Video Game Awards on our channel? Because that's what people did last year. Is they
Yes.
streamed it themselves.
Yes.
Do we have to get separate permission for that?
I don't think
'Cause
so.
usually you do.
I don't know.
I don't know how it works.
I think
with
it's something we
things.
can look into.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, going back to your last couple of weeks, Kyle.
I haven't really done a whole lot, to be honest. I haven't really been watching anything. Oh, wait. I did see Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts. Fantastic Beasts? Jesus.
Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beaks.
I missed that one.
The Crimes of Grindelwald. My girlfriend loved it. I was blown away by the ending and the consequences of it. I won't spoil it, but it was pretty crazy twist.
I already know.
God, what else happened?
Good for you, Robert.
Thank you.
Oh,
'Cause I'm never gonna watch
the
it.
new Final Fantasy XIV expansion was announced.
Nice.
Shadowbringers. And I played that for a little while before my account got suspended. Or, pardon me, not suspended.
Wow.
Ran out of time. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
That's the
I
wrong
thought that
word.
was like a breaking story there.
Dun, 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 dun,
There's like
dun,
a
dun, dun, dun,
Kotaku
dun.
article. Kyle from Pushing Buttons had his Final Fantasy XIV account suspended.
No, nothing of the sort, I assure you. Basically, I did the free login campaign to get 4 days free time. And I played because I was strictly excited by the announcement from Final Fantasy XIV FanFest,
Gotcha.
which is pretty much like, the BlizzCon of
Of
Final
not Blizzard. Right.
Yes, and they had some pretty cool stuff to show off. I was really impressed by how much they're putting into that new expansion. Basically, they're adding a whole bunch of new abilities to the characters and the classes. They're even adding a whole new class.
Cool.
And they just really look like they're upping their game to compete with World of Warcraft.
Makes sense.
And FanFest was fun to watch. I really enjoyed the cosplay contest.
Did you enjoy? So you enjoyed the fans? Did you enjoy the fest?
Well, the fest is part of the fans and vice versa.
Just good.
Anyway, it made me excited to play Final Fantasy XIV again. I haven't played since my free login trial finished, but I'm looking forward to doing more of that in the future.
Cool.
Aside from that, I've played a bit of Red Dead Redemption 2 here and there. Not too much, though. I bought a crap ton of stuff for the Steam Black Friday sale.
I saw.
I bought a ton of... pardon me. I bought a crap ton of...
Too little, too late.
some indie games that I've been dying to play for the stream, which I'm excited about.
Cool.
I actually picked up Far Cry 4 and Primal.
Primal's fun.
Is it?
I like Primal a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I think the same formula, just with spears and.
Is it a long game?
They're probably not much longer than 10 hours each.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's comparable to to 3. I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, I plan on playing Far Cry 4 co-op with my brother
Nice.
because we both bought that and Borderlands 3 pre-sequel.
Cool.
So if you want to jump in on that, Kevin,
I'm not going to buy the game.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
I didn't buy it on sale. I'm not going to buy it not on sale.
Okay. Oh, and I got a brand new monitor.
Nice.
I made the jump to 2K resolution.
2K.
I think it's 2550 by 1440. I think that's the resolution, but man, it blew my socks off.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm finally out of 1080p on my monitor.
Yeah.
Took long enough.
Yeah. 1440.
27-inch
Congratulations.
screen.
Nice.
You're going to love it when you guys come over. It's going to look sexy.
I love it already.
Whoa,
Just
too
the way you
fast.
talk about it.
Oh,
Way too
yeah.
fast, man.
Oh, the way
I'm not
he was
done yet.
describing it to me the other day was, oh my!
I'm not done with
It's like
it
you
yet.
can turn it this way and this way. You can touch it like this. It's a fancy
Easy,
monitor.
boy.
You need it.
Settle down. I'm not done with it yet. Other than that, though, that's it.
What about you, Robert?
I'm done.
I finished Red Dead Redemption 2 last night.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
It's you could have too. You just choose not to play it.
I did.
So you have no one to blame but yourself.
I do.
I
But,
also have not finished it. Nor
yeah.
have I started it.
Yeah.
Or
See, that's
bought
your
it.
first problem.
No, I'm good. I don't need to play it.
Yeah, it was. I loved it. It was a blast. I still feel like, even though I've done like all the stories and stranger missions and stuff, I still want to keep exploring the world. And
Good. It's good.
because the whole like map of the first game just like opened up. Because during the story, it's kind of closed off because of a story thing, But now that the story's over, you can go explore it, and I'm gonna go do that. And I went to Armadillo the other day. It's kind of cool because it's like during the main game, you're using your map all the time, or at least I do, to know where I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you head down into New Austin, for me, it was like I didn't need the map anymore. I knew exactly where everything was.
Oh, that's
It's like
cool.
it was like muscle memory. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Oh, there's Armadillo. I'm gonna go this way. There's the McFarland Ranch. It was a really cool feeling.
That must be awesome. Yeah.
You're gonna love it in 6 months when you finally
Oh!
get to the end of it.
I can't wait.
But other than that, I also have made time to play some other games. I bought on Black Friday. I actually bought Spyro, the Reignited trilogy,
Whoa,
and and
Holy
Call
crap.
of Duty World War II. Just because I want to play that.
What do you think of Spyro so far? I saw that you were playing it. I saw you posted a picture on Twitter.
I was loving it. Like, my last experience with it was probably when I was, I'm guessing 11 or 12, when my friend had a PlayStation. I never had it myself, but I only played at his house a handful of times. So I didn't have a bunch of nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
Just that little piece. But it's so much fun. It's
gorgeous.
It really is. That's why I had to take
sexy.
a screenshot.
It really
It
does.
is a beautiful game.
Yeah, they
did a good
really did a fantastic job with updating it. And it's
Wait, did they update the lack of subtitles?
No.
not yet.
Oh, not yet.
And somehow I don't know if they will, because I heard
controversy
Crash
about
Bandicoot they didn't.
Yeah.
And that's been out like a year.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
Well, in Crash Bandicoot, almost none of the people actually talk in a language.
well, that's right.
Except it's
I just heard it
surpassing-
was a big thing with them too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like playing with subtitles. I usually turn them on
Me too.
because I have a toddler, and so it's hard to hear and without turning the volume all the way up.
Yeah.
At least I can read it, so it's kind of a bummer.
Their reasoning for not adding them to Spyro Reignited is kind of BS. They said that they're trying to keep the spirit of the original game intact.
Yeah, that's
But just because it's something that hadn't become standard by that point doesn't mean that it isn't standard at this point.
Exactly.
They should have had it.
it'd be a nice feature, but yeah.
I'm not going to burn them at the stake for it or anything, but it's something that they should have had.
It's like a breath of fresh air from any modern game I've played. It's just such a blast from the past, and just simple. You're just running around the level, just collecting things, finding the dragons, and boom, next world. There's no side quest, no nothing. It's really refreshing.
Simpler times.
Yeah, And then I know Kyle saw this,
Huh?
but I started playing Until Dawn because I bought that for like $4, I think.
You sound surprised, but he just led off by saying that you already knew.
Well, I'm trying to make excitement for the podcast.
So you're lying to our audience.
I am. I'm trying to drill up the hype. I'm personally hyped to hear about this.
Okay, that's good.
I did it for you because I knew you would appreciate me playing a scary game.
I appreciate that you appreciate me. You appreciate that.
I
I can appreciate that.
Yes.
I do want to know. I am genuinely curious as well. Like,
Because this
how
is the
you
first
enjoyed
kind
it.
of game you've really played like this, I would say.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like a Telltale style game where, you can only move a specific way and you're like searching for things.
Right.
So far, I haven't been really spooked out yet. Hasn't been too spooky for Robert yet. I did get a little jump scare when the friggin' Wolverine or Badger jumped out of the sink when you're opening the drawer trying to find the guy's like
God.
deodorant.
I
So you
remember
can light
that,
on
dude.
fire, and then that popped out. I was like, oh.
I can see that being your general reactions. Oh, and that
Whoa! But yeah. So I think that's as far as I got.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
got a
only-
long way to go then.
Yeah, I only
It's a
played
long
it
game.
for.
It's actually a long game.
Yeah, I only played it for like an hour and a half or something.
Who's your favorite character so far?
Can I say none of them? They're all kind of the teenage.
Kevin Hayden Panettiere is in it. I know you're a big fan of hers.
I was back
in the
when
Hero days.
Heroes
Yeah.
was.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if I like her character, but I like
I didn't like her character. in
the
Heroes
way her
either.
character looks.
I like how we just let that hang there for a minute. That's good.
I think I know what you're referencing.
I do
Yes.
kind of like the jock football guy. Forget what his name is.
Oh,
But I like
God.
him because he was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the same actor.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He seemed pretty cool so far.
You're going to really enjoy the game. Like, if you like really nice surprises in stories, you're going to really love this game. Like, the way the character development
I
happens.
actually looked up the story like a year or two ago. I don't remember it now,
Good.
but I looked it up because I heard there was like a mythical creature that I liked that was in that game. And I was like, oh, the Wendigo.
True, yes.
And so I looked it up and I read the story, but I forgot most of it. But
That's good.
it'll probably come back to me as I'm playing. Like, oh yeah.
Yes.
I think the guy that was at the cabin already, I think he has something to do with it. But anyways, I'm excited to play more of that and get spooked
Cool.
out.
Nice.
Man, I wish I
Other
could
than
stream
that-
this, man.
I know.
I would
Maybe-
totally
maybe I'll-
watch this.
Maybe if I get a big Ethernet cable, I'll try.
That'd be cool.
I keep
Yeah,
saying
when
I'll do
you're
that. but
going out
today was
tomorrow,
payday. So.
you know?
Yeah.
Just buy a 50-foot long Ethernet cable at, any retailer, and
Yeah.
they're cheap. It's like $25.
That's true.
That's it.
Other than that,
Also get a headset
Yes, that's
so you
important.
can talk.
that's true.
Yes.
I don't have a good headset.
Yes.
And that was it, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, okay. Surprise, surprise. I haven't done a whole lot. I have played a little bit of a few different games. I did get pretty heavily into Diablo 3 again a couple weeks ago. And I know before the last episode was recorded, I was also getting back into it. I got to level 70, did most of the seasonal stuff, and I kind of lost interest again, because that's what happens with me in Blizzard games. I can play them for 2 weeks and I'm done. Excuse me. I've been playing Hitman, like not Hitman 2, but the first of the new Hitman games.
The
Those are
2016 one.
2016, yeah.
Episodic, right?
The first one was released episodic and then released as a full collection, and the second one was just released as a full game.
See, that's why I wanted to try it out. I've never played a Hitman game, but I didn't want to try the new one. But I don't know. I think when I hear episodic, I automatically think, I don't want to check it out because I don't want a little piece and then have to wait for another piece.
Yeah, that's why they did away with it for Hitman 2.
Okay.
Hitman, though, the 2016 one, you can try. I think you can play either episode 0 or episode 1 for free on almost all platforms.
I have to try that.
I know at least on PC you can. It's really good. I've never been a Hitman fan, but this game kind of seems like if a stealth action game mixed with Scribblenauts. It's kind of that... Bear with me. It's the... Pretty much anything you can think of you can do. And it's not just about getting a disguise and sneaking up to somebody and snapping their neck. It's finding quirky ways to kill somebody. Like, planting an explosive golf ball on their tee because they like to hit.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, it's just
That would be
random
cool.
crazy stuff like that. Poisoning their food's always a good one. Just different ways of sneaking about and finding new ways to go about the same levels over and over again because they only have like 6 levels each.
That's what I was going to say. So you can replay it and try to
Absolutely.
find different ways. Okay,
and
cool.
there's user created content, and by that it's not levels. There are missions that people can create where they say you have to kill a different person or 2 people that aren't people that you kill in the main campaign, and you have to be wearing a specific disguise and kill them in a very specific way. And there are also ones that IO Interactive has made, and there's like, I don't want to call them daily challenges, but there are challenges. I don't know how frequent they are, but I know when Hitman 2 just came out, the elusive contract was a character that Sean Bean plays.
I did see that.
Because, in everything he's in, he dies. So, of course, he's going to lend himself to the Hitman series to die. I was watching a little bit of that, and I'm not going to give any of it away because it's great. But that franchise is so good, and I'm
Yeah,
really enjoying Hitman 2016.
it's in my backlog. I've been meaning to play all of them. I own them all, except for these new ones.
Yeah,
I even have Absolution, which I've heard is kind of meh.
I started playing that, didn't care too much for it.
Yeah.
I love what they did with 2016 because they made it more open and just put you in a playground and said, "Hey, go have some fun. You're killing people, but try to do it in a fun way." Yeah. Try to find new and creative ways to do it, and that's what makes the game not only fun to play but fun to watch. Like I love watching people play that game. It's fun.
Nice.
Sounds like you had a great week. 2 weeks.
I'm trying to think of what else I might have done. I don't really.
You were streaming a couple other different games on stream.
Oh, that's how I felt playing Cook Serve Delicious 2 on stream.
Yeah. That's
right.
fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun to watch.
That's a game that's like you can really
you
get
were meant to play that.
you can get into the mindset of how somebody thinks when they're playing that game, when you're watching somebody play that game. Because when there's so many different things going on at the same time and you have to try to prioritize them and figure out patterns of what buttons to hit when to get things done properly, and for the life of me, I couldn't do it. It's a blast. It's frantic fun. It's fun. Cook Serve Delicious was a great game. Cook Serve Delicious 2 made everything complicated. It made it so much more complicated than I think it needed to be, but it was probably to justify a sequel, which makes sense. I'm not mad at it. It's a fun game. It's a good time. Isaac, I guess. I always play Isaac.
Me too.
I am getting my copy of Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. Will have gotten it 3 days ago as of the time this comes out. I am looking forward to that. And I want to do a whole unboxing thing and all
that'd
that
be
fun
awesome.
stuff. I do
would
plan
like
on doing that.
That
yeah.
would be fun to watch.
Yeah, I do plan on doing that.
Excellent.
I'm just hoping it doesn't get stolen off my front porch.
Can you still order that,
Possibility.
or is it gone?
You can buy it. It's not for sale yet, but I know it's going to be sold in retail stores.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Some retail stores.
Nice.
I know some of the Kickstarter backer tiers were for retailers.
What tier are you?
I pledged $55.
So is that like the whole thing, plus anything extra, or no?
There's a lot of content that you can't buy in stores that was exclusive to the Kickstarter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I did get as much of that as possible. I didn't get any of the exclusive like dolls that were being made for it. I would have liked one, but it was too much money at the time. I got the game mat, all the extra cards and stuff that they're throwing into the Kickstarter backer edition of it, the gold box. I don't know exactly what else, but I'll find out
That'd be fun
when
to
I
play.
am showing it off to the world.
Well,
I mean, we're going to play it, yes,
Yes.
but I'll be showing off the unboxing video to the world.
right.
That's when I'll find out, and that's when everybody else will find out.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Super excited.
Hey, yeah.
Talking about Hitman, I did want to mention right off the bat, Hitman 2 is a game I've missed out on this year because I'm going back and playing the first one. It will not be on my Game of the Year list, unfortunately, because I haven't gotten a chance to play it. I think I've talked about Hitman all I need to. I love the direction that IO Interactive has taken with it, even though Square Enix dropped them as a publisher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Square Enix dropped them, and now it's WB, which
Whoa.
really sucks.
Wow.
I am not a
That's
fan of
big news.
WB Entertainment or whatever their game publishing
Wasn't the first Hitman under Square?
It was. They
Wow.
dropped them after that because reasons.
Oh,
Greedy publisher reasons. So then they
Crazy.
started developing on their own, and then they found that WB Games will publish it for them, and they did.
oh, okay.
And I think that's Square's loss, honestly.
I really think so. Yeah, that's a
Hitman-
really good franchise.
Not only are those really good games, and is this a great revitalization of the franchise, but it is a legacy franchise now. You can make so much money off of that, just off of
Yeah.
the original Hitman games, Blood Money, Absolution 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, they're always on Steam.
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Great game, but that's the first one that I'm going to list as being not on my game of the year. You guys have any off the bat that you want to talk about?
I'll say my first one is a bit of a cheat because it came out last year, but the Xbox One version came out this year,
Okay.
which is what I would have played it on. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, I need to play that still too.
I almost bought that during the Steam Autumn sale, but I didn't because I didn't know if my PC would run it.
I was really hoping
man.
it was going to be on sale on one of the Black Friday sales, but I couldn't find it on sale anywhere.
It's
I
a
can
cheap
only
game
find
now,
it-
isn't it? It's like $20
It's
now.
$30.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
was,
too bad.
I was hoping for
Oh,
a little more.
I
of a
think I bought it
discount,
for
but
20 on Steam last month.
It was on sale this month on Steam for 15 during the Autumn
Oh,
sales.
damn.
But I don't know if my computer could run it, so.
But I really want to play that one because I think it's Ninja Theory
Mhm.
that's developed
It is.
Yes.
developed it, and I was a huge fan of Heavenly Sword back on the PS3, and it just looks gorgeous. And everything I've read and seen about it, it just looks really atmospheric and
The story is what got me, like the idea of the story. I don't know the
Yeah.
story itself, but I know the concept of
revolves around like mental illness,
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And,
Super appealing.
yeah, and so I'm still really looking forward to that. But yeah, that's just slipped through my cracks this year.
Man, Ninja Theory is excellent. Like, if you haven't played it yet, Robert, I highly recommend Enslaved. That's another game of theirs, and it has Andy
I
Serkis.
vaguely remember that one.
Andy Serkis does the motion capture and voice acting for the main character, Monkey. Oh man, it is a fantastic game.
He is a character
you
in
would love it.
Heavenly Sword too.
Yes, yes.
He was bonkers.
I don't know. Is he in Hellblade?
Not that I've heard.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think so.
Yeah, but I highly recommend it. It's a great game from several years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look
I
that
think it
up
was
again because
2010.
I do vaguely remember it, but yeah, I can't picture it in my head.
That
Yeah.
leads me to a question.
Sure.
For Game of the Year list, are we including re-releases on other consoles? 'Cause I don't think we should.
I'm personally not. No.
I'm not either.
I can't think of any of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
No.
'Cause
Well,
that is kind of cheating.
Technically, yeah. I mean,
Everything was added to Switch this year.
If I could, I would put Cuphead as my game of the year, but I can't. So I loved streaming that. That was so fun. I wish I could include that on this list.
You have a long list.
I just wrote down games that I think I would have played if I had an infinite amount of time. A lot of the reasons why I couldn't
I think
get
Red
to
Dead
these.
should be on that list because you haven't.
Hey, now don't be cheeky.
What's your first game, Kyle?
Well, I did it in chronological order.
Chronological order. I like it. Maybe we could say
Yeah,
chronological.
Like the Crones of the Forest.
it sounds nice, doesn't it?
It does.
I wanted to play Dragon Ball Fighter Z, but fighting games aren't really my cup of tea anymore. But
Yeah.
I just love it for the Dragon Ball franchise.
Okay.
It looked like a fun game, but I just didn't want to shell out $60 for it.
Makes sense. I wouldn't either.
And then I've always wanted to play Monster Hunter games. Monster Hunter World came out around the same time. I heard it was really big release, but
Yeah.
I never really found a good entry point for it.
The hype died down very quickly after launch.
Yeah, and I was just reading up the Steam reviews for the PC version. Apparently, it's not a good port.
I played the
So I think that's why I'm avoiding it for now.
beta for it on PS4 before it came out
Oh, really?
and didn't really enjoy it that much.
Oh.
I've never played a Monster Hunter game before, and I knew this
Yeah.
one I would enjoy if I was playing with other people,
Yeah.
but I don't think I'd enjoy it $60 worth.
Okay. I'll keep going because I got quite a list here. Subnautica, I heard was a great game, kind of like.
That came out this year?
I think so. Did it?
I thought that was an older game.
I saw it came out for PC back in 2018 February, I think.
Oh, okay.
I was looking up, just the
from this
wiki.
game.
Yeah, just to kind of brush up on my knowledge of the releases this year.
Gotcha.
But for me, I wouldn't play that, even though it caught my interest. It's technically like one of those survival games, and I'm not into those.
Well, initial release date, January 23rd, 2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just for this block, I never got around to playing the Shadow of the Colossus remake. I mean, technically it wouldn't really count because it's a remake, but I wanted to play that.
It's not a re-release, though, so I think you can count it.
I want to play it for the enhanced visuals.
Yeah, and that's why I think you can count it
And
as a new release.
I would like to play that, too.
Right now it's
because I've
20
never played that game.
It's $20 on Amazon. I was going to buy it during Black Friday, but I still don't feel compelled to buy it for some reason. Like, I played it several times already. But I'll wrap it up for now.
Well, I guess you already mentioned that Kyle should have said Red Dead Redemption 2. That's the next one on my list.
I was being cheeky, though.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
I don't know if I'm really missing out on anything that I would personally enjoy that much.
It's hard to say with you.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I really enjoy Isaac. Sometimes I just want to sit down and play Call of Duty. So it's weird. I don't know. But I'll replace that with Guacamelee 2.
Oh, that's on my list, too.
Because I did play Guacamelee. I didn't finish it, but I played it on both Steam and PS3.
Yeah.
And I really did love it. It was
Really
a
unique
very
game at the time.
atmospheric, very control-tight, very humorous game. It had references to not only other games, but other pop culture things. And it was very self-aware. It was aware that it was a Metroid-style game.
It was
so
a fun
it had
game.
Metroid references in it.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun game. Very, I'll say cheeky. I wish I would have had time to sit down and play that this year, but I know at some point I will, just because I
I
loved
will
the
too.
first one.
I just feel like it looks more the same.
Yeah.
I'm not in a hurry to experience that content again. I do want to play it, but I'm just not in a hurry for it.
I heard that it was a lot more difficult than the second one, than the first one. But that was just based on a couple reviews that I had read. Anybody else?
My big one, which you guys already know, is God of War.
Oh yeah, I
man,
forgot
what
that
are
you
you
hadn't
doing?
played that.
I still haven't played it. I want to
Man,
so
you're
bad.
missing out.
I know.
You
My
are.
plan was to play it after I beat Spider-Man, but then I think it led right up into Red Dead,
Yeah.
so I didn't have any time to
Yeah.
play that. But I still might try to start that before the end of the year. I'm not sure. I'm sad that it won't be able to be on my Game of the Years list.
Yeah.
Game of the Year, not Game of the Years.
I think it's going to work
Game
out
of the
well.
Years.
We'll all have different balances.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
we're bringing to
Absolutely.
the table.
But I'm still really excited to play that. And every time I see like a PlayStation commercial or something like that, or an ad for PlayStation games this year, I'm like, oh, God, I want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
So
You own it?
You will.
You do own it.
yeah, I did
Well,
buy it
Yeah.
You'll play
when I got the PS4.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game.
I
I'm
can't
not a big
imagine
AAA guy, but
what it would look like on your 60-inch or 65-inch
65
TV.
inch.
look good on my 65-inch TV.
It's gonna look
It
amazing.
looked really damn good
But
on
I
a
don't have-
55-inch TV.
That's I don't have a PS4 Pro, so
Touche.
or a 4K TV.
Touche.
4K.
Going down the list. Valkyria Chronicles 4 came out this year.
Yes, it did.
And it was a return to form because the first game is one of my most adored games from that generation.
I remember this about you.
PS3 was a big hit on PS3. And then freaking Sega just shit all over the franchise. Does that count as a bleep?
It does because it's a past tense of a word that is not used on this podcast.
Gotcha. So my history with this franchise, I played the first one. I loved it. I loved the anime art style, like it was hand-drawn art style. Looked really unique back then. And it was a game, kind of like Fire Emblem or Advance Wars, like, tactic-based. Like you take your squad and you control them from the third person rather than the up-down perspective. What is it called?
Isometric.
Isometric, thank you.
You're welcome.
And it had a really good story. And then all of a sudden they just do this huge pivot into the PSP. And I played the second game. And they just took it from a serious, well-written drama to this high school romance story.
So it went the way of every other Japanese franchise on a PlayStation
God.
console.
It was so dumb. Like, they just ruined it. They ruined the franchise. And
Soiled it.
I played the hell out of the second one because I was like
Get that
thinking,
reference too.
I got that reference. Yeah.
Thanks.
I was really wanting to experience this game franchise at its best. but it just never recaptured it. And supposedly this fourth game that came out this year is a return to form, and I do want to play it.
It does seem right up your alley, knowing your style.
I really want to get around to it. Far Cry 5, I won't go into that much because basically, I got to get caught up on the franchise.
I'll take that off my list. That was my next one. It's Far Cry 5.
Anything you want to add to that?
It's a game that I'm going to play when it's on a deep discount.
Yeah.
Because I've played Far Cry 3. I don't need to play it again.
I know. Yeah. Even though I just bought Far Cry 4, I do plan on playing through the series.
I debated whether or not I actually wanted to buy it because I own, on Steam, Far Cry, Far Cry 2, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Same, yeah.
So I almost wanted to complete the collection and buy 4 Primal and think about 5, but I'm like, they're all just rehashes of 3. They really are.
They really are.
And I didn't feel
But they're fun. I get enjoyment out of them.
They are fun, but if I want to go through it again, I'll just play Blood Dragon. It's got the best atmosphere, the best sound effects, the best guns.
It really does, yeah.
Best voice acting. Yeah.
And this is another series I desperately need to catch up on is the Yakuza games. You know this about me, Kevin. I freaking love those games. I played through each of them, and then I stopped after 4. Because for a long time, there was no news of anything coming out Yakuza. Now, in the last 2 years, there's been a ton of games for it. That series. I was expecting like a big hug and a thank you for not swearing.
You're on the other end of the table. I'll blow a kiss at you.
Oh, thanks, Robert.
You're welcome.
That was great. Yakuza 0, Yakuza 5, Yakuza 6 that came out this year. I am so damn behind now.
That is more than Assassin's Creed.
But, man, I played 1, 2, 3 back to back. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I was over at your apartment at the time playing those on the PS2. And, man, I want to get back into that and just...
Wasn't that a blast? How we had my old TV and my
CRT.
But we had my old 27-inch CRT or 32-inch CRT right next to my 42-inch LCD.
Yeah.
And I was playing on the 360 when you were playing on the PS2 right next to me. That was a lot of fun.
I know. I miss those days, man. God, it was great. I would play like all the old Silent Hill games.
Mm-hmm.
I tried playing Fatal Frame once, and I was too scared to play it. I remember that well.
Yeah.
I played like the first hour, and I was like, nope.
Well, I would just be sitting there next to him playing like Death Spank or something.
Oh, God, Death Spank. Holy, did you ever finish those?
The third one came out and called itself The Baconing, and I'm like, okay, this has lost me, and it also genre bended, so I didn't feel the need to play it.
But yeah, I need to desperately catch up on those. Maybe I should stream those. That'd be fun.
Or it could be a waste of time. I'm just kidding.
I love vampire games.
So Vampire?
Vampire.
Yeah.
I heard good things about that.
That was one of mine too, yeah.
What do you have to say about it?
That I thought it looked interesting. I haven't played any of their previous games.
Life is Strange.
Is that them?
It's Don't Nod, yeah? Isn't it?
Okay. Don't Nod, yep.
That's the only other games series that I'm aware of that they've done.
Okay, well, never mind.
Okay.
I did play that for like an hour, so I guess that counts. I didn't know they did that. Seems like a very different game.
Yes.
But the only thing I know about vampires, I read like IGN's review when it came out, and maybe a couple other reviews, but it seemed really interesting. I like the atmosphere, like the Victorian era stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like all that kind of thing. It reminds me of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, so I like that, like period in London and stuff. Mm-hmm. It just sounded like really interesting with the way the story was laid out and characters and all that, so I wanted to give it a shot.
What did your voice do?
Laid out.
You kind of sounded like a dying Turian from Mass Effect.
Yeah. Laid out. Don't. They haven't seen me yet. Don't tell them.
He works for Citadel Security.
CSEC. Yes. I want to play Vampire because, for me, there hasn't been a good vampire game, in my opinion, since Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Yeah.
It's an RPG where you can pick your clan of vampire, and they get special attributes and abilities based on which clan you pick. So, for example, if you pick the Nosferatu, they're like the ugly ones, and they live in the sewers. They can only play the game of the sewers in the towns, and if they come out, they'll be exposed and stuff. So you have to be really stealthy. But if you play like I can't remember the clan names now, but there's one where you use persuasion, like to get through dialogue sections of the game, and then you have like a more brutal one that can turn to a werewolf. That's what I played as, and you could just really like ham fist it and just really. That was the wrong word.
I like that though. That's
I'll
good.
go.
Wolf Punch, everything. Guacamelee 2 was on my list as well. The Messenger.
Play it.
I need to play it.
Play it.
Yes.
Play it.
And also Dead Cells.
Play it.
Those are also... I just have a lot of roguelikes I want to play now because of you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Messenger is definitely not a roguelike in any way, shape, or form.
I thought it was.
Messenger? No.
Oh, it's like a Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah,
game.
half of it's a Ninja Gaiden, half of it's a Metroidvania. Now my voice is doing it
Yeah,
too.
what'd your voice do in there?
And speaking of Don't Nod, Life is Strange 2 and Before the Storm. I got
Before the Storm didn't come out this year.
I know, but I need to play them both.
Yeah.
But I haven't because the first game was so good. I feel like the second game's not going to get anywhere close to that quality.
You know what game did come out this year that is in that franchise that was
Spirit.
free? Captain Spirit.
Oh yeah,
The
Captain.
gotta
Awesome
play that,
Adventures
too.
of Captain
You
Spirit.
were like dying to play that.
I
and then-
was, but I haven't finished Life is Strange or played Before the Storm. So
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to play the prequel to the sequel to the. I haven't played the prequel to the original nor the prequel to the sequel, so I'm not going to play the prequel. I'm not going to. Never mind. You get it.
Yes.
You're not going to play.
Yeah, it's 2 mainline games and then prequels to each of those. I haven't played anything besides part of the first one. So,
Right.
but yeah, Messenger, fantastic game, great humor, great
I know, I
writing.
need to play it.
Feels amazing to play. You'll hear me talk more about that in 2 weeks, for sure.
Did you stream that one at all?
No,
I want you to stream it.
I'm so close to the end of the game. There's no point in me streaming it because I'll just be streaming the very end of the game.
I know.
I don't want to do that.
It's sad.
I would start over, but I don't know. Dead Cells is you've seen me play it. It's very fun. It's the tightest controls in a roguelike I've ever played. That's saying a lot because I've played a lot of roguelikes.
Yes, you have.
Dead Cells has the best controls, the best feeling controls out of any of them. It's frustrating at times, but that's not a deterrent to play it.
Okay. Very good.
Shall I?
You got the reins now. Yes.
I will talk about A Way Out.
I was,
That co-op.
I was semi-interested.
Oh man, did that come out this year?
Yeah.
Mhm. I had a friend that really
thought that was
wanted me
last
to buy
year.
it and play with him.
It was announced at the Game Awards last year. Came
Oh
out this year.
crap! Yeah, I do want to play that.
Yeah. Because remember, that was the big talking point of the Game Awards last year. was
That's
that
right.
guy's
That's
interview.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back this year. That'd be great.
Hey, we'll be there for it if he does.
Yeah, I doubt that he will. I doubt that Jeff Keighley will allow him to be. If he is, he's going to have like the tightest script ever, more so
Oh, my
than like
goodness.
a WWE person would have. Yeah, A Way Out. It seems like a revitalization of couch co-op, which has been.
Which I dearly miss.
Yeah, and it's not even like you're playing the same thing at the same time. You're playing two separate stories that intertwine, helping each other out throughout the way. And it seems like what the evolution of cooperative gameplay is, or should be. It's an experimental game that there haven't really been any experiments like it, except for Brothers, which was made by the same people,
Yes.
but wasn't technically a co-op game. It was one person controlling two people for most
Yeah,
of the game.
each thumbstick was each brother.
Yeah.
Those are really neat games.
Yeah. I don't know when I'll get around to playing it, but I'm sure it'll be with one of you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be
Is
a
that
fun stream.
exclusive to Xbox?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
I think it's
I
on
don't think
PS4
so.
too.
Okay. PS4 too? The PS4 too?
PS4 as well.
I gotcha.
In addition to
As well. Also.
also.
Anybody else got any other? I know Kyle does. I know I do.
Yeah.
I got several more, but I'll let Robert go first.
Another PS4 one, since I got it so late in the year, is Detroit Become Human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which, did both of you beat it? Or
I didn't
I
finish
just
it. I
you.
didn't finish it.
Okay. I am actually really excited to play. I bought the digital deluxe edition on Black Friday on PlayStation
Oh, okay.
for $27.
Cool.
So I also got a copy of
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, yeah.
Oh.
Which I think I played the demo for that when that came out. That was
It
the
is
one with
not
Ellen
worth it.
Page, right?
No, that's Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain was a better game than Beyond Two Souls, but I still don't suggest playing Heavy Rain because it was a bad game.
Okay.
Jason!
Hey, maybe I'll stream it.
That might be fun.
I could enjoy watching you stream that.
Jason!
Jason! Jason!
Sean!
I'm sure one day I will
Sorry,
understand.
I couldn't help myself.
But yeah, so I'm excited to play it, because I feel like this year I've been branching out a lot to different genres that I normally play.
You're welcome.
So yes, I thank you
The
guys.
influence of this podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to play it, and I wasn't so excited about like the Android storyline at first, but I feel like once I get into it, that's usually how I am. Nothing sounds interesting to me until I get into it, and then I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I get
Once
super
the
into
hook
that
has
subject,
you,
so-
you'll want to finish it and see it through to the end.
Yeah. And I really like the actor Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown, and he plays, I don't know who he plays, but he's like the guy with the long gray hair.
The detective. Yeah,
I think so.
His name's Hank.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he's one of
coolest
like my
character.
favorite character actors.
Yeah, he's
and
really
so-
great.
He's like the
in
best
game.
character in the game.
He
So I'm
is.
excited to
Aside from Connor,
see him
of
in there,
course.
but
I don't mind.
I love Connor.
He's a good foil to Hank.
Connor is amazing. He's like one of the most unique characters this year.
He is the most bland character by design.
You haven't beaten the game.
Okay, well, throughout most of the game, he's even in the all the advertisements for the game advertised as literally the most bland character a game has ever made
But-
by design. He's designed to be a bland
this is
character.
interesting.
Yes, by the end of it, obviously not, because it's about breaking out,
Becoming human.
Yeah, it's about breaking out from.
Connor is you. That's what makes it fun.
I get that, but
Yes.
it's so. It's the voice. It's like. Who's that guy that does the voice acting for absolutely everything? What's his name?
Nolan North.
Nolan North. It's
No, that's wrong. Troy Baker.
It's like a copycat
They-
of Nolan
they
North
both
or
kinda do
Troy
that.
Baker. I don't know who Troy Baker is, but Nolan North was the one I was
He's the
thinking.
guy who voiced Joker
Joel.
DeWitt
Oh, okay.
And him. And Joel from The Last of Us.
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, a lot of other things.
You know, they just blend together now because
Yeah.
there's done so many.
He seems like the epitome of their voice, like the human form of their voice. At least throughout most of the
Okay.
game.
I
Obviously,
challenge you to play the game.
I'll finish it. But
If you beat it, then you can talk to me
If you beat it.
about your opinions.
Just beat it. Beat it.
Stream it.
Okay. Go for it. What else do you have on your list?
Hey, no looking.
I want to see how much.
I've been looking the whole time.
Hey, back off. Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay.
It's one of mine as well.
I want to hear why.
Because I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm still behind in the series.
Okay.
I have it on Steam, but I haven't played it.
Did you play the reboot, the 2013 one?
I did.
And did you enjoy it
I
enough to keep
I
playing?
really did.
Oh, that's good.
I actually preferred it over Uncharted back then.
Wow.
But then Uncharted 4 came out and blew
Yeah.
my socks off again.
I enjoyed what I played of 2013 Tomb Raider over anything Uncharted since 2.
Uncharted 3 was a hot mess. It was garbage. I was really pissed off at that game.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I was really disappointed by it. Like, I loved the multiplayer more than the actual game story. Yes, I know, I see that. And that's why I didn't play Tomb Raider.
Cool. It's not on my list. You said it was on yours?
Yeah.
Robert?
Wait, that made no sense what I just said.
That's why we glazed
I had
over
no
it.
time to play it.
I was just letting it be.
Okay,
Let
that's
it
why
be.
you were signaling me to hurry up.
No, I'm saying because we've been talking for almost 50 minutes now.
Then next game is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm burnt out on Assassin's Creed again.
So, that's a game that you're looking forward to playing?
Yes.
I'm burnt out on the series. I can't wait to play this other one.
Next year.
Okay.
Red Dead 2 Redemption came out like a week after.
Red Dead 2 Redemption.
Too red, too redemption.
The letter 2.
My brain's broken.
This is the best podcast episode.
This is why we should have every other week.
Oh my gosh. I think we should just always live stream Kyle all the time and just see, like, throughout the day in the morning, he's so calm and collected.
Keep a GoPro on him.
By 6:30 at night, he's like,
it's like
Red
a computer.
Redemption
If
Dead.
you leave your computer on all the time, it starts slowing down over time.
Oh,
And
your hard drive is slowing down, and your memory banks are getting full.
It's overprocessed.
Gotcha.
I'm processing information all the time, and my brain can't handle it.
Oh my god.
How do you reboot?
But honestly, no, like 2.
Okay, me too. I have 2 as well.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I want to play it, but I played Origins in the summer,
Yeah.
and I really wished I hadn't.
It's too hard to play more than one Assassin's Creed
Back to
game
back.
in a year.
Yeah, it's
or
too
in
much.
a decade.
I mean, you can only collect so many frickin' towers and jumping off Eagle Lookout. God, I can't even.
Collect the towers and jump off Eagle Lookout.
I'm having a difficult time here.
What's the next one on your list, man?
Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh, that's one that I should have put on my list, but I did not.
I want to play that. I
do
really
too.
do.
I'm
I'm kind of glad I haven't though, because I want to stream it.
I have not played a Dark Souls game ever.
I think you should.
I think I should too.
I really hope you do.
I do too.
I never have and I don't want to.
I don't expect you to.
All right, I'm gonna give one because
I got
after
2
that-
more left.
Oh, you have 2 left?
Yeah.
Okay, one more then. Go for it.
Fallout 76.
Really?
That's a game you want to play?
Just to laugh at it.
That's
guess
an
that's a
expensive
reason.
joke, man. That's an expensive laugh.
I just want to laugh at it.
I think they dropped the price though.
Yeah, it's dropped like 5 times
Yeah,
since it came out.
and it's been out for what, 2 weeks?
I just
3
read
weeks?
that the collector's edition that came with the bag,
Ah, yeah. I
it was supposed to be
reading about that.
canvas,
Some of them were apparently,
and
they
they
ran out of the
swapped
canvas
them out
bags.
with nylon.
They ran out of the canvas.
I mean,
bags.
this game is a slap in the face to everybody that has given Bethesda a single dollar for their products.
Hey, but if your $200 collector's edition didn't meet your standards, you can always get 500 atoms.
I read
You
about
always
that.
look
Oh, yeah.
forward to getting your $5 worth of microtransactions in a game that was full price to begin with and shouldn't have micro flipping transactions in them.
Yeah, apparently the actual DLC content that has a canvas bag is 700 atoms, so you can't even get the in-game skin
That's hilarious.
with 500 atoms. You can
That's
buy a
great.
flower pot. That's all I read today.
That's fantastic.
But man, what a ass game.
what a ass! You sir are ass.
But I am severely. I mean, I
And
wasn't.
that's why you want to play it.
I wasn't severely looking forward to this game. That I have made this crystal clear. Like I think it looked like
Dude, now
crap
you've
from the
muddied
start.
that clarity. I'm not sure.
No, I just want to play it for the lulz.
Oh, one of those.
Like just experience how terrible it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I already feel like I missed the opportunity because now they're going to patch it and try and make it a good game. But I'm still not going to play it.
But it's on your list of
Oh
games you're
my
going to play.
I know to laugh at it.
But now you're saying you're not going to play it.
Well, not as it is in the future.
Okay.
I want to play it as it is right now because of how terrible it is. But when it gets patched, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play a fixed game.
Oh, man.
F that.
Great.
You're welcome.
Octopath Traveler.
Oh, that's a good one.
I heard good things about that.
The one
Why didn't I
Switch
think of that?
exclusive this year that I've
That looked really
wanted
unique.
to play, and
Yeah.
I have not played it. I was never huge on JRPGs, but this one looks very appealing.
I know, they look so inviting. Like, you can just, take your Switch and, get comfy in a blanket and just really enjoy the story of
This one's not heavy on, having to be good at JRPGs. It's heavy on the grind if you want to be good and you are bad.
it. Yeah.
But it's all about finding each of those characters' stories, and then apparently there's a story at the end after you've done the main story with each of the 8 characters, gone down the 8 paths, the octo paths traveled.
It's episodic.
Essentially, yeah.
That's what was appealing to me about it.
And I like games that I can shut my brain off, and easy JRPGs are a game that I can shut my brain off, and it looks appealing. And I love the graphic style. I've not seen a 2.5D, I think it's technically what it is, 2.5D, JRPG that I've actually wanted to play until this one. and I'm saddened that I have not played it yet. Much better than Fallout 76.
I mean, don't you want
For
to
the
taste how terrible it is?
I don't.
I don't.
Just
I
to
don't-
laugh at it and just have.
I can laugh
if
at videos.
I got it for
It's fun to play bad games for the purpose of being entertained by how bad.
if I
it
didn't
is.
have to pay for it, then yeah, if somebody gave me a copy
Right.
of it, I would play it.
Okay, see,
But-
that's where I was going for.
Okay.
I would never buy the
This
game.
list for me is games that I wanted to play.
This gets
This gets
this list.
kiss.
You
Let's
spun
talk
that
about-
well, thank you. This list is a list of games that I could not play because I was too busy playing World of Warcraft all summer. That's pretty much what this
We
list is for
explicitly
me.
Valid.
talked about repeatedly that it's a list of games that we have not gotten to play that we've wanted to
we've
play.
I still want to
That
play
came out
some of
this
these
year.
games.
Some of them, but not all of them. That's why your list is so long.
Yeah,
You're just listing games that came out this year.
that I want to play.
We all have one game left on our list.
We do, yeah.
Robert.
No looking.
Last one is Jurassic World Evolution.
Ooh.
Oh, the park manager game.
Yeah. And
That's kinda cool.
I know
Yeah,
I
it
talked about this earlier in the year. I loved Operation Genesis, which
Mm-hmm.
is basically the same game back on the original Xbox days. Love the crap out of that, and it just looks like an updated version of that, which is fine by me.
I have not seen anything about this game since it's come out.
It's really quieted down.
Uh-huh.
It has.
Which, I'd love to see you stream it.
That would be fun.
Uh-huh.
If I can get it set up, I will do that. I did buy it on the Xbox Live Marketplace on Black Friday for, I think it was $25 or maybe $30.
Excellent.
So I do have it, but
Cool.
haven't
Glad
been
to
able
hear
to play
that.
it yet, and I am excited to play it when I can.
And you like the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like a lot of kids, I grew up loving dinosaurs, so
Yeah.
yeah. You grow your own dinosaur.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of sim games, and I'm not a huge fan of the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. I haven't seen any of them since The Lost World, Jurassic Park. Yeah.
You never saw 3?
No. But
You're
I
lucky.
do want to play this game as well.
Nice.
Bravo.
Kyle, your last game.
Oh, you don't want to go first?
No, go for
We're
it.
saving it? Okay.
Yeah.
Darksiders 3.
Interesting.
A choice I didn't expect.
Darksiders is a great franchise. I love it.
Yeah.
I only played the first
I love the first game. I have really fond memories of completing that 100%. And the second game was freaking awesome, open world.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still like, I think Darksiders 2 doesn't get enough credit because the closest comparison I can think of that's more modern is God of War.
Yeah.
It's an open world game, and as you get more abilities, you access more areas. I mean, other games have done it too, but I think Darksiders 2 was just a really fun game.
You're a big review guy. Have you read the reviews of Darksiders 3?
8s, I think, if I remember right.
I have seen nothing but mixed and Destructoid did give it an 8. I did see that. Steam reviews right now from the players are mixed, and most content creators I've seen on YouTube have been trashing the game.
Oh, really?
horribly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's apparently really bad.
Oh,
I've not played it. I can't judge it.
I mean, I think Darksiders is an awesome franchise. So
This-
I really enjoy the linear content.
What I've heard about it is that it is a bastardization of what Darksiders 1 and 2 were.
Oh, really?
That it's taken everything out and just made it a very boring hack and slash game.
Oh, maybe I'll just play it to laugh at it then.
For the lulz.
Play for the lulz.
But I just like the concept of having a different protagonist each game.
Yeah,
Because it started off with war, and then it was death, and now it's fury.
yeah.
I just love that idea, like, the game evolves, with the characters.
I love games based on biblical lore. I love the Diablo franchise, and I'm learning more and more about the lore of the Diablo franchise. Watching lore videos and stuff, and it kind of makes me want to play the entire Darksiders franchise. I tried playing twice. I've tried playing Darksiders 1, and couldn't stay hooked.
It's a Zelda clone, essentially.
It felt
and-
more like a Devil May Cry.
Well, I mean, it feels more like Zelda in the fact that you traverse these dungeons, kind of like Zelda, and you get items that help you progress through the game.
For me, it felt like Devil May Cry because everything's closed off until you kill all the enemies on the screen, and then the doors, you can walk through them, just like Devil May Cry. Like, they're blocked by you, like, red glowing.
It takes elements from both kind of styles.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Darksiders 2, of course, appealed to me more because of its openness, but
Really fun game.
my last game, Minute. I know Robert has probably not heard of this.
I haven't heard
I
of
don't
it.
think
You haven't even heard of it, Kyle?
Nope.
It's a very small indie game.
That's why.
That was on... I think it's only on Steam... it's on PC and Switch.
Okay.
It's a game that you can only play for a minute at a time. It's a black and white game. It's a story-driven game. But you have to figure out... It's basically a puzzle game. But you talk to people and try to figure out how to progress through it. And then after a minute, you have to start over. But everything that you've unlocked and done in your previous minutes before that, you don't have to do again.
Isn't that kind of like that game that came out several years ago? I think it's called 60 Minute Hero or something.
60-second hero.
60-second hero.
1 minute, 1 minute hero, something like that. Yeah, it's similar to that. I would actually kind of relate it more to the style of Majora's Mask, where you had the 3 days to do stuff.
The limit, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of in the same vein as Minute. Mm-hmm. You're cursed. You pick up a sword, that sword is cursed to where you die after 1 minute of picking it up.
Whoa.
And then you're cursed to reliving 1 minute over and over and over again until you figure out how to solve it.
That sounds kind of cool.
And there are different characters to talk to. There's different secrets to find. There's apparently one character that talks to you for the entirety of the minute. You can't skip his text boxes. So you have to waste that whole playthrough just listening to this character talk so slowly. It's just a charming game that it's only $10. And I have not gotten around to even buying it yet. And it's a travesty because it's on the top of my games that I need to play this year. Above Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously.
Okay.
Above, I'd say, everything else.
Wow.
Yeah.
High praise.
Well, I don't know if to praise it yet. Because I haven't played it, but everything I've heard and seen about it, it looks really charming and really fun.
So what do you attribute all these games? Like, why couldn't you get to them, do you think?
I don't play games all that often. Most of the games that I play anymore are on Twitch.
And how about you, Robert? Why didn't you get to the games on your list, do you think?
Because I was playing other games, and then...
I could put a big blame on Spider-Man.
That was on my list.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
you did mention it.
I didn't play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You didn't mention that,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys talking to me about it, and I was just sitting here like, what am I going to talk about?
See, there's just 3 huge AAA games that came out this year, and there was not a single one of them that all 3 of us played. Yeah. I didn't play Red Dead.
It's going to make the Game of the Year
Kyle
awards.
didn't play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And Robert didn't play God of War.
It's going to make that episode really fun.
I think so. It's all going to come down to who ranks what, where.
Before we end the episode, any expectations going into the Game Awards? Any announcements you're hoping
I really
get
hope
announced?
Fortnite doesn't win Game of the Year like it did at the Joystick Awards.
Oh,
See,
gross! Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I honestly don't even look to the Game Awards as an awards ceremony. I look forward to the reveals.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward most to what Obsidian is going to release about their next franchise.
Oh, their
heard about
Xbox stuff.
Yeah, it's apparently a sci-fi game.
That sounds fun.
And I love Obsidian. I wish I haven't played, is it Pillars of Eternity that
yes,
they did?
I think so.
I've not played that yet. Was that them or was it the other one?
Well, there's Wasteland 2 and Planets in Numeria. Tides of Numeria?
Yeah. There's another
And
game that
then-
was...
I can't recall.
Okay. But yeah, I haven't played Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity 2 came out. I haven't played that yet either.
Yes.
Most of the Obsidian games I've played have been sequels to other people's franchises, like Fallout New Vegas, KOTOR 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Alpha Protocol.
Alpha Protocol was damn
Alpha
delightful.
Protocol 2, yes.
That would be great. In the future.
So now that Rocksteady officially said they're not showing off
Yeah.
a new game and they're not making a Superman game, now I'm just hoping that these rumors about the Alien Blackout are true and a new Alien game is announced.
Well, a lot of times when people say they're not working on something and there's not going to be an announcement, they announce that same very thing.
Yeah, but they seem
That just happened at
trustworthy.
E3 too.
Yeah. Well, see, like I was talking... Well, no, I don't want to get into my theory, so... It's right at the end of this. I had a theory I shared with Kyle earlier, but it's...
Well, you can share it.
Speaking of Fallout 76, do you guys remember a few episodes back when I said that I hated Metacritic and what it stood for in game review scores because it sometimes leads to people not getting bonuses.
Mhm.
Fallout New Vegas was the example I was thinking of. It got an 84 on Metacritic, and they said that those employees did not get a bonus because it was supposed to meet an 85
Oh, I remember that story.
on Metacritic.
Yes, that's right.
They missed it by 1 point,
Yeah.
and therefore the people that worked on the game did not get bonuses.
That's
Dumb.
stupid.
Yeah.
Incredibly crappy.
As for me, I am anticipating Metroid Prime 4 gameplay or some kind of trailer from Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Keighley, he kind of has that pull with Nintendo. And I'm also really, I mean, this is like a dream thing to happen, but like Bloodborne 2 being announced, that would be like, oh my god.
I'm looking forward to any awkward moments of things like not transitioning properly. Like somebody will talk and then their audio will kick in like 3 seconds later. Or they pan to the wrong thing.
Lingering on someone's face a little too long.
Yeah, or they go for a crowd shot and nobody reacts. I love that. That's what I love most about pro wrestling now. Yeah. Never mind, I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, I love the awkwardness of it all. And seeing Jeff Keighley, because I know he's working his ass off to get this to go
he's busted it
flawlessly. And it's live. We're live, pal. Something always happens. And I'm looking forward to that.
with all three of us together.
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
I have never watched the Video Game Awards.
You never been over to my place.
That's true. I've always
gotta
picked
come
up the
over for
news
the
the
first
next
time.
day, so this will be my first time watching it.
Nice.
Live
First
streaming
time in
is
my
exciting.
place.
And you
Yeah.
guys can watch us at twitch.tv/pushingbuttons while that's going on.
Yeah.
If we can, we will be re-streaming their stream, so you don't even have to open their stream. You can just watch ours and listen to our voices over what's going on and us
Yes.
laughing and talking about what's going on while probably embellishing with some
I hope so.
Alcohol.
there's a word that I was going to say that's not alcohol. Libations.
Libations.
Libations
Yes.
was
Okay.
indulging in some libations,
Okay.
adult beverages. You can hit us up on Twitter at PushingButtonsP. You can hit me up on Twitter at ImpulseG66.
You can hit up Robert on Twitter at
Yo.
Too Spooky for Robert.
And you can always hit up me, Kyle, at Monumentus Kyle.
You can shoot me an email because I check my
I'm glad you said an email.
You can shoot me an email. I check my Pushing Buttons podcast email about once a month now. I'm getting up there. Kevin at pushingbuttonspodcast.com. The website, www.pushingbuttonspodcast.com. I am going to be looking into ways of making it more appealing, putting actual content on there that isn't just this podcast. And that's what we're looking to do all around. That's what the Twitch channel is all about. That's what Twitter's all about. Interacting with you guys who we love, who support us. You guys are amazing. And I'm not
Thank
even
you.
talking about monetary compensation. Just by listening to our voices, by watching us, by liking a single tweet, anything that supports us, we love you for it.
Means a lot.
It does.
Very gratifying.
We will
Yes.
see you guys on Twitch in 2 days. We will be back on this very podcast in 2 weeks. Until then, have a great evening, or morning, or afternoon.
Whenever you're
It's
listening.
Have a great one of those.
Metallica concert tomorrow!
Yeah.
Adios.
Love you.
Love you!
Yeah.